Migration of sardines. From May to July, the ocean off the southern coast of Africa is teeming with sardines. The scale of the migration is so great that the fish can be seen from an airplane. It's hard to call it a school. It typically spans over 7 kilometers in length, 1.5 kilometers in width, and 30 meters in depth. Crucially, sardines require a specific water temperature of no more than 21 degrees Celsius to migrate. Circular rainbow. In fact, a rainbow is a complete circle. However, from the ground we can only see part of it, i.e. the arc we are familiar with. However, if you climb higher, you can see the entire rainbow. For example, if you are flying in an aeroplane or simply high up in the mountains. A mud volcano. Unlike regular volcanoes, mud volcanoes do not produce lava during an eruption. They are not necessarily caused by magmatic activity. These domes are primarily formed by the action of water and compressed gases. Underground water mixes with mineral deposits and is pushed to the surface. The temperature of this lava ranges from 2 to 100 degrees Celsius. And some mud volcanoes, those that are not too hot, are even used as mud baths. An annular eclipse. When the moon is exactly in line with the sun and covers it, an eclipse occurs. And if the moon's apparent size is smaller than the sun's, a luminous ring forms around it, like a frame. It's just as dangerous to look at this phenomenon without protective equipment as it is just in the sun, so take care of your eyes if you ever witness it. Katrin Uturuncu. Uturuncu is a 6-kilometer high stratovolcano in southwestern Bolivia, which last erupted approximately 300,000 years ago. Satellite observations have revealed that its underground chambers can fill up 10 times faster than other similar volcanic structures, at a rate of 1 cubic meter of magma per second. As a result, the entire area around the volcano rises by several centimeters every year. It remains unclear how long this process has been ongoing and whether Utunu will eventually become a supervolcano. Faults in the Earth's crust. From time to time, strange ground vibrations occur in different parts of our planet, which lead to faults in the Earth's crust. Usually, this phenomenon is accompanied by a strong underground hum. Geologists are still unable to find the cause of such anomalies. Cracks have been recorded, for example, in the city of Windsor, Canada, or in Cleveland, USA. In Paraguay, the fault in the Earth's crust was 80 meters long and 15 centimeters wide. It is clear that the sudden appearance of such faults causes mystical terror among local residents, and the inability of scientists to identify their exact causes only adds to the fear. In scientific circles, there is talk of the greatest mystery of tectonics. Wandering or demonic lights. These are flickering lights that can be seen over swamps or fields at night. Some legends tell of evil spirits who were believed to carry ghostly torches, and travelers followed them in hopes of finding help, but only ended up further away from their intended path. This phenomenon was also known as treasure lights. Earthquake lights. This phenomenon has been observed in the sky in areas of seismic activity or volcanic eruptions. One of the first records of strange lights in the sky dates back to 869. According to eyewitnesses, the lights appeared during earthquakes. The lights have a shape similar to that of auroras, ranging from white to bluish in color, but sometimes they exhibit a wider range of colors. Earthquakes associated with these lights tend to have a high magnitude, typically 5 or higher on the Richter scale. There have also been cases of yellow spherical lights appearing before earthquakes. Ice tsunami. A spectacle that can be observed when ice melts on bodies of water. Piles of broken ice creep onto the shore, driven by particularly strong winds and their own volume. The speed of such a tsunami is significantly lower than that of a water tsunami, but this phenomenon can also cause damage. Ice clogs roads, hinders traffic, breaks lampposts, and even buries houses. It is also a very, very loud process. Red tide. This phenomenon is caused by algae blooms. It can be seen on sea or ocean coasts. The color of the algae varies from red to brown. However, in addition to their unusual appearance, these waters also pose a danger. The waste products from the algae can be toxic to animals on the shore and marine life. The Eye of the Sahara, the Richet structure, otherwise known as the Eye of the Sahara, is a 50-kilometer formation of concentric rings right in the middle of the Great Desert. The giant circles are painted in various tones of blue and are clearly visible from space. For a long time, it was believed that the Eye of the Sahara was formed due to the impact of a large meteorite. However, in such cases, special alloys of silicon dioxide are formed, which have not been found in Richet. Others believe that it is the top of an ancient volcano, but this theory has not been confirmed by geologists. Rock varnish. Rock in the desert is often covered with a thin substance whose shades vary from light orange to black. Primitive people scratched their petroglyphs on the varnish layer, and although this phenomenon is widespread throughout the planet, the formation of this substance is still a mystery. Its basis is ordinary clay, and the color is given by the iron and manganese inclusions, the source of which is unknown. The manganese content in the rock varnish is 50 times higher than the average for the surrounding area. It is known that this element is capable of accumulating some microorganisms. Some scientists also believe that the mysterious layer is a dusting from the sky, since the concentration of iron and manganese is too high for biological theory. Lake Hiller. The Australian Lake Hiller is not the only pink lake on Earth. However, among the known ones, it is the most mysterious. Unlike the others, the reasons for the strange color of Lake Hiller have not been fully clarified. In another Australian pink lake, the shade is explained by a combination of the activity of small crustaceans and microorganisms. In Lake Retba in Senegal, the culprits of the pink color are algae. The answer to the question of what caused a similar phenomenon in Lake Hiller, scientists have not yet been able to give. The formation of the Hawaiian Islands. Hawaii was formed as a result of underwater volcanic activity. Tens of millions of years ago, hot magma erupted to the surface of the ocean and solidified, forming one of the most beautiful archipelagos on the planet. However, the exact reason for the formation of Hawaii in its current form is one of the greatest mysteries of geology. Bioluminescent algae. Some organisms, including algae, can glow due to natural chemical processes. These beautiful flashes are observed during the blooming of algae. The only condition is that the algae must be moving. For example, a wave crashing onto the shore can trigger the glow. St. Elmo's lights. The glow that appears in tall objects with a pointed shape, masts, spires of towers, has been known for a long time. Some sailors considered it a good omen, in honor of St. Elmo, the patron saint of seafarers. The phenomenon got its name. During a thunderstorm, voltage drops occur between the ground and clouds, and an electric field is formed around those protruding objects like the mast of a ship in the open sea. The ions, charged particles, of which create a glow.